Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Henry and I am the owner of Rootful, where we help home service businesses grow by helping them book more estimates every single month on their calendars. Now today I want to talk about something that 99% of people ignore when running ads, and that will actually help you get a lot more leads through the door while paying less for them. Okay, so let's dive in. Now, everyone believes that if you give money to Facebook with a nice video and some nice copy, that you'll make money back, right? And generally that's true if you know what you're doing. But what nobody thinks about when running ads is what happens after the ad, right? Where do people go to after they click on your ad? Now, I've looked at countless ads where they have a great offer, great video, great copy. But the problem is that as soon as someone clicks on the ad, they go to a website, right? And you may think, Henry, like that's exactly what we want. We want them to go to our website so that they can call us or whatever. But you need to understand that the reason a website is there is to give people information, right? So what does that mean? It means that you have 15 different links on there that people can go through and get distracted by, and just a ton of other stuff people can do other than become a lead, right? So if you were to have only, one button on there that says call us, I assure you that you would get 10 times more calls than you do now, right? So that's why I like to work on something that is called a landing page, right? So for every single client that works with us, I build a landing page whose purpose is to turn people into leads, okay? So the difference between a website and a landing page is that, number one, like I said before, a website is for sharing information. So, hey, here's our information about how the company started, here's a gallery, here's how you can get in touch with us, here's this, here's that, right? And there's just like 15 links on there, right? So people can just get distracted by all those links and end up not doing anything. On the other hand, a landing page is basically like a website, but it can only let people do one single thing, right? So for my clients, the landing page has one option. Either you become a lead or you leave, right? Like there's nothing else anyone can do on that website other than become a lead, give us your information, and we'll try to figure something out, or just leave the website and that's it, right? Because if someone isn't qualified, they're not going to want to give you their information. They're going to leave, which is great for us because we don't want to work with unqualified leads. And if someone is qualified, then they're going to, click the button, fill out the form, and maybe even book an estimate right away. Okay, so that's the importance of having a website that is made specifically for your ads. Okay, now I want to go ahead, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you more in depth an example of a client's landing page and also some pointers to help you create your own landing page. Okay, so let's dive in. All right, so here are basically 3 things that you need to be aware of when creating a landing page. So we have marketing is all about promises, right? So the way you need to think about the marketing you're doing is that you're making a promise to someone about something, right? So the second you launch your ad, you're making a promise about something, right? That's because when someone reads your copy, right, your offer, you're telling them, hey, I'm gonna give you this thing. So for example, if I have an ad that says, hey, get free coffee, then the promise I'm making is that I'm gonna give you free coffee, right? Pretty straightforward, right? So that's how people perceive your ads. So if you have an offer, you need to show them that, hey, I'm going to fulfill this offer, right? So how do you do that? So let's say someone looks at your ad, they like your offer, and they click on the ad. What's gonna happen is they're gonna go to the next step, which is usually a website. Now, if on the website you have nothing that mentions the offer you had on the ad, then they're probably gonna leave because they're kind of lost, like, okay, what do I do now? On the other hand, if you have a landing page, and if on that landing page you explicitly mention the offer that you had on the ad, then people know, oh, I'm in the right place, let me just fill out this form so that I can get the offer. Now, the second thing is showing your work always pays off, right? Because another factor of building a good landing page is essentially showing that you know what you're doing, right? People need to trust you before they actually pay you anything for a project, right? If they don't trust that you know what you're doing, they're never gonna, work with you. So you need to build a landing page that basically shows that you know what you're doing, that you've done this work in the past, and that people like you, right? So that's why we add previous work and we add reviews to the landing pages, right? So that way people can see like, oh, this guy has worked with other people, the work he's done looks great, right? He knows what he's doing, because the more people trust you, the more likely they are to work with you, right? It's pretty simple, right? So here's a couple pointers that I wrote. So number one is people want to trust you, so give them a reason to, right? So people do actually want to look for reasons to trust you. So if you give them those, like the reviews and the, maybe customer testimonials, some videos or photos of past work, then that's going to lead them to trust you more, okay? And they're going to be looking for that, so just give it to them right away. Number 2 is being an authority means you've done something many times before and do it better than most, right? So to be seen as an authority, you just need to prove like, hey, I've done this 100 times. So that's why we add those photos and videos of past work, so that people can see like, yeah, this guy is an authority in this field. He knows what he's doing. And lastly, people follow people, right? That's why we want to add reviews, because if people see that other people have worked with you, then they'll want to work with you and they'll be okay with working with you as well, okay? And lastly is 5 minutes is too long to get something done, right? So distractions are around every corner. If it takes too long, you'll lose. So that's why I don't like to lead people to websites after an ad, because it usually takes more than 5 minutes to do something, right? Because you go to the website, right, and you have our gallery and this and that. So people want to start with a gallery. Oh, let's see what other work he's done in the past. So they click there, they spend a couple minutes scrolling through, and then there's the about us. So they click, oh, let's learn more about this person, see what they've done in the past. They click there, they read a little bit, maybe they get bored and they leave. So because you had all those other links, you lost people. It took them longer to do the thing that you wanted them to do, right? So you need to remove that time. You need to make it as fast as possible for them to do what you want them to do, right? So that's why we remove all distractions. And I'll show you here an example of a landing page in a second, okay? Number 2 is options are the death of choice. Remove them and get more results, right? So it's the same idea here. The more options you have, the less people will make a choice, right? It's analysis paralysis. They don't know where to go, they don't know what to do, so they just don't do anything and they leave the website. So you need to remove as many options as possible from your landing page so that people do more of the thing that you want them to do. And lastly, the less clicks equals more leads. So what I mean by this is that if you look at the process of someone going from a stranger to a lead, right, you're gonna see that maybe right now they go to your website, they click on about us, then they click on gallery, then they click on this and that and that. So that's adding clicks, right? So if you remove clicks, right? So if you remove the gallery option and the about us and all that, the only option they have, the only click they have available is like submit form, for example, right? So by removing all those clicks, all those steps to getting to what you want them to do, you're gonna get a lot more leads in the pipeline, okay? Now let me show you an example of a landing page that I have for a client that you can basically just copy off of this. So here's what it looks like, right? It's very simple, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. So essentially, we start out with a simple sub headline that is above the actual headline that has claimed your free estimate reservation. It expires end of January 2023, right? So here I'm basically, connecting it to the offer the ad is running, which is a free estimate, right? And adding some scarcity like, hey, your spot expires end of January 2023. That way they need to do something now. If they ignore it, they're gonna lose their spot and they won't be able to book another estimate. So that's why we have that there. Then we have a very simple headline that just talks about the things that people don't want. So quality and cost-effective landscaping services done quickly and right the first time without feeling overwhelmed. Pretty simple, nothing complicated here. Then we have, another sub-headline tumble, Texas premium and affordable landscaping experts, which is what people want to hear. And then we have some bullet points just kind of adding more trust and more positive things to the client. So we work fast, we show up, we're trustworthy, we clean up, we keep you updated, right? And then after people read this, they're more likely to click here because they've kind of been persuaded by all this, right? Then we have a very good review our client got from a past work he had. And this increases the chance of someone clicking because they see the positive review. They're like, oh, this person was very happy with this guy, so I'm sure I'll be happy as well. So they click. Then we have a simple gallery. So as you can see, I don't tell them, hey, click here to see more photos and videos. I tell them full inspiration gallery on the next page. So if they want to see more, you need to get to the next page, right? So they click here, get an estimate, and they go into a page that is specifically made for booking. So as you can see, it's by steps. So the first step is become a lead, right? That's the only purpose of this website. And the second website is gonna be book an estimate, okay? There's nothing else they can do. They either book your estimate or they leave. That's literally all they can do. So here, essentially, now, because there's like a preview, essentially what it would look like is almost done name, look out for a text in a few minutes from us because we automatically send them a text through our system. We send it to, and it shows their number. That way they know to check their number and that we had the right number, okay? And then we have, again, another benefit of booking now. So to skip our wait list and claim your reserved spot ASAP, schedule your free estimate below, right? That way we give them a reason why they should do it now, so they can skip the wait list, so they can just get there faster, and all that good stuff, okay? So they would, select the time, select the date, fill out some other questions after the form, and they book the estimate right away, right? Now we have some reviews, because if people aren't sure yet, they don't trust you yet, they're gonna wanna read more and find a way to trust you more, which is why we added this here. Because if someone isn't ready to book a call right away, they're gonna keep scrolling down. So my job is to make sure that if they scroll down, they're gonna scroll back up to book. So I add what they need to see to trust the client more and book again, right? And then they could click here and it would just get them up here, right? So essentially that is how this landing page would work. And this is what I recommend you do for your own business, right? And if you need help with creating a landing page, reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. Now, the next step is essentially to run ads and run ads that are good, right? So I have two videos here. So one goes over my whole process of how I run ads for my clients, and the other one down here goes over how to craft offers that generate great results with your ads. Okay, so go ahead and watch those videos next. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button below so that you know when I post more content like this. Have a great one, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.